Hello, welcome to Chunky Chick Handmade. Today's video is the top-down type video because I'm going to be reviewing Blue Moon Studio UV Resin Craft. So I had seen Nerdy Crafter doing some resin crafting, and I have been wanting so much to do it for myself. So I found out that Michael's has some craft resin now, so I decided I wanted to try it out. I tried this through 3 times before, which is why there's glitter on this. The first one I tried was this guy. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that very well. Very pretty. The second one I tried was this guy. Interesting, to say the least. Yes, I know I got an air bubble because this is my first time and I don't know what I'm doing with it. Third time was with this guy. So first of all, what I got was this ring mold. Doesn't look very pretty. I washed it and I had a whole bunch of more glitter on there than I did before. Where's it at? These are numbered ring sizes. Don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. That's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But so I got that. None of these rings will properly fit me because I've got fat fingers, but I'm not worried about that. And then I got the resin. I thought this whole thing would have been filled up, but it was only filled up to like there. So I was a little sad about that. And then this guy, which is, because it's UV resin, it's UV light and it cures. Well, sadly, the only source that I have, because it's USB powered and the cord is kind of short, the only source of power that I have right now that is USB is my computer, and that's on my left side, so I'm not going to be able to do any of that on camera. I do apologize. Should do at least a little bit of showing of this guy. So yeah, UV lights. Not quite sure if it's safe on my computer, but you know, hi kitty. But that's the best I've got. It's my only USB powered source. Okay, I moved the camera, so I'm not sure if that's realigned good enough, close enough. Okay, so I don't have the instructions. Oh, I do. The instructions for the UV lamp say plug it in, turn it on for a minute, and then it says refer to the cure time chart for complete curing. Well, I can only find a couple of the, here's the instructions for the lamp. And it says the lamp, you cure for 2 to 4 minutes, direct sunlight, 10 to 15. So you can use that little lamp that I just showed you to cure your resin for 2 to 4 minutes, or if you don't have one, 10 to 15. That lamp alone cost me 15 bucks. Like, holy cow. But it's worth it, in my opinion, especially since I live in the Pacific Northwest and it's not always sunny. And when I do my crafting, it's usually at night because of reasons. So anyways, so the instructions, the ring mold instructions say, make sure your mold is clean and dry and free of dust. So I can't promise that for myself. Pour a small amount into the mold directly from the bottle. Fill the cavity less than halfway, which I am still learning how to do that. Place under the UV lamp for a minute. Add additional glitters, flowers, or other design elements. Pour additional UV resin to the top. Then cure it for 2 to 3 minutes. And then longer if it's like darkly tinted. Like I had to do this one for an extra minute because of how close together the sparkles are. This one I was able to do just normal. Then wait for it to cool down and demold. That's essentially what it was. I can't remember off the top of my head. This might have been about $10, and this was about 10 bucks. So make sure you have, I'm going to have to say $30 to $40 if you want to add on like extra sparkles and things like that, which I should have done, but I did not. I should have added gotten something for an additive, because I was just like, oh, clear rings, why not? But so this one's the tiniest one I did for clear. I did that one actually last because I was just curious of how long it would take. These two, this one took about 4 minutes, and I need to get something so I can sand this off a lot better because I just used a nail file. And then this one was about 3 minutes. So anyways, so what I ended up doing for my filler is I bought a big thing of glitter, which was a bad idea, and I made it worse by doing this on my bed. So now there's glitter all over my bed because I'm lazy. So I got this blue one, and then today I'm going to be using these gold stars. So I just thought that's pretty. My friend actually liked this one, so and I kind of like this one, but I liked them both, so I got both. So let's get down to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do two different rings. I'm going to, I bonked the camera. I'm going to fill this one up a little bit part way, put in some stars, and then, well, put it in a little bit, cure it, put in some stars, and then fill it up with the UV resin. This one I'm going to do a little bit different. So I have this little container. I'm going to fill this up a little bit with resin and do a full-on pour of the resin with just the glitter. Do like about a part of it, cure it, do the rest with just resin. And this, I should go get a spoon, but I've got this for stirring up the resin. But luckily, since the cure time in light is a lot longer, like 10 to 15 minutes, this will give me a chance to do what I want to do. So I'm going to, on camera, do the partial fill with this guy. It's going to be a little difficult for me because I'm sitting behind the camera. Do the partial fill, at least so you can get an idea of what it looks like. I should absolutely be doing this with gloves, but I'm not because I'm lazy and I don't have gloves. So safety first, if you ever decide to do this. For some reason, the smell of this is so weird and so bad that for me, I can taste it. So, oh, and then I also try to get it down into the mold, try to knock out any air bubbles. Pulling on this as well. Yeah. Blah. Okay. Take a quick look. Make sure I have at least an even layer. I'm gonna have to look off camera real quick. Do I have any sort of evenness? No, I do not. I already see a gap on this side. And I should not be doing this with fake nails on. They're so cute, but they're the vein of my existence. I think that's how the word, or how the saying, I don't know. I'm not good with words. Ba, 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 da. All right, hang on. So I ended up filling it pretty much all the way without paying attention. And then I thought I actually did fill it up all the way. And look at this. That's just a lovely little divot. Just learning, you know, so try again. But this time I'm doing it off camera so I can try to have a little bit more focus. Okay? Okay. So maybe doing rings was not the best choice for a beginner. I'm trying so hard to see if I'm getting it even at all, and I'm seeing all these air bubbles. So what I'm having to do for the first layer is just kind of like open it up like that, shove the nozzle in, add some resin. I still don't know why I taste resin when it's not even near my mouth. Okay, so off again to try to figure this out. Okay, so stuff has happened. I need to get paper towels. Paper towels is another tool you should have. Oh, hey, there's a star over there. So what I've been trying to do is use the least amount of resin for the stars, just so I'm not wasting so much, because I did that last time, but I'm not sure. I don't think it worked very well. I just need to suck it up and add in a tiny bit more of resin. See, this is what happens when you do very little research. You're like, hey, I want to try that, and then you just run for it and make a lot of mistakes on the way. But that's how I'm learning, I guess. So, all right. I am going to go ahead, tap that down, grab some paper towels, do a little bit of wipe up, do a minute. So I like the idea of just having the stars here on one part of it. So, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was resin. I like the idea of having the stars just on one part of the ring. So I want to try that as an aesthetic. But I'm going to go ahead and nuke these, do a second layer, because I think there's a little bit more than half, yeah. I'll be back. Okay, so I cured for a minute and a little bit more because I got distracted from YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, you can tell that that is definitely more than halfway. Ooh, look at that lovely air bubble. I'm not sure how to deal with that yet. A little bit more than halfway, but I'm going to go ahead and finish filling these up. And then I'm going to go ahead and cure them again and come back right after that. Okie doke. So I am back. I made a little bit of a mess by accident with some glitters, whatever. So you're back here for the demolding. I had to go with this one and this one just because of the way the UV lamp blaze. I must use that. Oh, actually, just in case. So it's really messy. Well, whatever. So what I do when I do the mold is I push through the middle first so it releases. And then I push it out. I cured these for 4 minutes just to be safe. Woo. So all of that extra stuff is probably just from on top. Ooh, it's a bit sticky. Okay, so and then what I also did is I grabbed a little nail file for my fake nails because I'm probably not going to use that anymore. But so this was the one that I just did pure. So sticky, super duper sticky. The resin, trying to form words, sorry. So this was the one where I just did the resin and the star mixture together. I'm noticing that obviously it's not a perfect technique because you can kind of sort of maybe see that there's less glitters here than in other places, but I mean, who's really going to tell? Nobody's really going to notice, and if they do, oh well. Yeah, it's more jam-packed on the inside than it is the outside. Story of my life. But hey, it still looks really cute. I like it a lot, you know. And then the other one, didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. But it's cute. I like it nonetheless. It definitely needed more here. But I like the idea of just going on one side. They're still really sticky. Not like super duper sticky, but they're still kind of sticky. And there's an air bubble. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cure them. I stick a paper towel and stuff underneath the lamp. Cure them for another minute and come right back. Okay, I'm back. and with the mess. Don't mind me, I slightly sanded that down a little bit. I still need a lot of work. I need sandpaper. So these are a tiny bit less sticky than they were before. You can use something to put over it to get that off. Just picking at it. So, real quick, excuse the mess. I have a ring dowel for when I make hemp rings. So, real quick, this one is supposed to be a size 9 ring. The other one is supposed to be a size, what? 6. Boop. Okay, so it turns out to be about a 9.5 and about a 6.5, almost 6.5. 6. So it's really close. I wonder after like sanding the side if that actually made any difference or not, because yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my final thoughts and wrap up the video. Doing craft resin making stuff like jewelry and, you know, rings and pendants and stuff is a lot of fun. Rings are probably not the best. Oh yeah, there's that one, I forgot. The rings are probably not the best idea for a beginner, especially since the molds are a little bit harder to, that's fun. Are a little bit harder to get the resin into. I would suggest maybe, starting off with like pendants or something like that. Getting a beginner kit is probably super crucial so you can get the little cups and the measuring spoons and all of that, but be prepared to spend a little bit of extra money than, you know, just getting the few items that I got. Oh, the thing is over there. So be prepared, like most crafts, to spend a little bit of money. I would highly recommend doing or getting into resin crafting. It is a lot of fun. For this particular brand, since I don't know, it seems to be okay. There's nothing I see too terribly wrong with the resin or the mold. I'm going to, for sure, when I can, get another mold and maybe get some pretties to go on the inside. But one downside I've noticed about this guy, which is probably a safety feature and I'm just being whiny about it, the light only stays on for 1 minute. That's it. I would expect for it, because there are some times where you have to do 3 or 4 minutes plus to that it would stay on for a few minutes longer, but I kind of get it. So it's kind of like I'm just being whiny about it. That is all. I'm just being whiny, like it can stay on for a few more minutes, but you know. Anyways, so far I'm actually really enjoying this. I do have actually more resin stuff coming in the mail the beginning of the month of September, and towards the end of the month of September. I ordered from 2 different websites, so be prepared for that. Until then, I appreciate you watching my rambly video as always. Take care. Bye.